Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to the channel. Today, Alec and I are rolling. So this is the kind of roll that actually makes you better at jiu-jitsu. So throughout the roll, Alec and I are not trying to murder each other. We're having fun. We're discussing some of the positions as we get into them. We're allowing the other person to work a little bit. We're moving kind of slowly and intentionally, trying to pay close attention to all the connection points, all the things that are happening. One of the sorts of things that or one of the analogies I like to make to people sometimes about this is like, if you had to walk to, say, work every day through the woods, and if you were to run the route every day, you would get to work fast, and you'd probably be good at running. But it would be difficult if someone asked you to sort of describe some of the details along your path. You've been trying to improve your run time. You haven't been trying to remember things along the way. But if you took a more leisurely pace every day, you'd have an endless number of details about the things that are, on that path to work. And that's kind of how jiu-jitsu is, where if you take the time to notice all the details and really go over them with someone else, especially if you're talking about them with someone else and processing it through conversation, then it's a lot easier to remember some of these details. Because you'll remember, like, oh yeah, I got that knee cut pass detail from Alec that one time when we were rolling, because we talked about it for a while. It's a lot easier than trying to just memorize things by yourself, or hoping they're going to absorb into your brain by just going a million miles an hour and trusting to osmosis or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, that's all that to say is it's helpful to work slowly with a partner who's willing to do that with you. So shout out to Alec, great training partner. So you'll see right here, Alec's not trying to rip my arm off, and I'm sort of playing around with how to escape this position. I think we're just talking together about. I don't remember exactly the details we're talking about right here, but we paused there for a second and then we got back into this position. I think maybe he's discussing the armbar, inverted, whatever, triangle. Yeah, I think we'll see where this goes. I'm just trying to play with which way I can escape. And I don't think I can. Look, he has my arm, so yeah, I could probably use my right arm to unlock his triangle if I was really fighting hard. But he has a pretty good position. He could just be able to finish this in one of several ways. So yeah, getting the arm there, and I'm not going to get his leg off before he gets my arm. There we go. So yeah, it's just really helpful sometimes to go slowly and have both partners. This is also our second round of the day. This is a Friday morning, so we've already gone through the whole room, each of us. So everyone's rolled with everyone already. So this is a second round getting with Alec. So. Yeah, this is a good time to, cool down a little bit and really pay attention to the details. So one of the ways that I maintain my guard a lot is just by sneaking enough of my hips away and getting that knee into between the two of us and kind of returning trying to get a butterfly guard going. And now I think we're talking about kind of guard passing details. Yeah, I'm just describing how you don't have to have a whole ton of pressure. You just have to block. Just keep the connection with the hip here, and just keep this leg from coming in. And my elbow is tight to my body, and I'm just sneaking my knees over Alec's lower leg. And there we have the guard pass. and I isolated his shoulder by collapsing my weight onto the weaker part of the fulcrum of his arms. So his arm is strong, with the elbows pointed at me, but here my weight is pressing on the end of the lever into his wrist, and it's forcing his shoulder back down to the mat. He's doing a really nice job of going back and forth. It's a great defensive tactic to kind of go back and forth between a couple of positions to try to escape, and that was really nice maneuvering by Alec. And I think that's the end of the round. Or no, there might be a little bit more left. Yeah, so I think I'm talking about how I'm just keeping his hips away from my hips with any part of him, like my leg, or I think I'm going to block his hip with my hand maybe here in a second. Maybe not. Yeah, we're just figuring out where it can go from there. There we go. That's the end of the round. So, nice second round with Alec this Friday, on this particular Friday. So, thanks to Alec for being an excellent training partner. Thanks for watching. Do the liking and the subscribing. Check out the Radical store and come down and train.
Welcome to the dungeon.